Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the world famous Kew Gardens here in West London. We're here for the Kew Half Marathon 2026. I'm just about to meet up with a friend of mine who's running his first ever half marathon as part of fulfilling a life-changing dream to run the London Marathon in a few weeks. John Robbins is one of the UK's biggest podcasters with his friend Ellis James. He's a stand-up comedian, winner of Taskmaster Series 17, author and also host of a mental health podcast called How Do You Cope, which is how I first discovered John's work. And as a recovering alcoholic, he's talked openly about his struggles in life. And we recently connected over his brand new love of running. And I wanted to come here today, support him on his first ever half marathon and take you guys round as well as me and John both build up for the London Marathon in a few weeks. Right, let's go and check in, get our number, meet up with John, and soon we'll see you on the start line. Sit back, relax, let's get the Kew Half Marathon done. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right guys, here we go, the start of the Kew Gardens Half Marathon, joined by Johnny JR, John Robbins here. What are the goals for today, John?
The goals for today are to finish and to hopefully not get any injuries and to maybe break 2 hours.
5:35 a K, I think that is.
5:35K.
Beautiful day here in the west of London, very cold, about 3 degrees at the moment. Right, we'll check in about 5K in. So John, how are you finding your first ever half marathon so far?
It's very twisty.
Very twisty.
It's very cramped, but I guess that's like why it's good to actually enter a few races to experience being around people a lot.
It's a good test, good dress rehearsal today.
And a beautiful day.
Probably around about this time last year, this would have probably seen a very much like, not impossible, but something you really wouldn't expect to see yourself doing.
Impossible, yeah. You know, I started running just over a year ago as a way of, I guess, like exploring meditation a bit more, sitting with discomfort, and you know, I stopped drinking three and a half years ago. And those things have been a really important part of being sober. You know, the idea that I'll be able to say I've done a half marathon.
And here we are.
It's great. Yeah.
Here you are.
Here we are. And there are those toilets again. Yes. How long am I going to be able to resist?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, John, that's 5K up.
Yeah.
Just a little over 28 minutes.
Is that good?
It's nicely on pace for today. Do you remember your first ever 5K time?
Do you know what? My first ever 5K remained my fastest for about 8 months. So I think it was about 27, 28 minutes.
Now you're here doing a half marathon, that's your opening 5K?
Yeah. It's so strange because like that negative voice just came in about 4.5K going, you can't keep this up. And I've just learned to be able to interact with that voice in quite a fun way.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, hello, mate. I'll see you in a kilometre. See if you're still there. And he's gone now.
Right, just had a little pit stop. Johnny to the loo. Lost a couple of minutes there, but we're going to make it up. We're still nicely on goal pace. Feeling better, John?
Yeah.
All success.
Success all week. And also, you've got to be grateful for small things because there was a guy in there in a much worse state.
Okay. Just a massive thank you to all the volunteers out here today, giving up their Sunday morning to come out and support everybody. Just a massive thanks. Right, me and John aren't sure if there's an official halfway point on the course, but by our watches, I'm at 10.7 at just under an hour. So
I'm at 10.71 because
okay.
I went for a wee.
John's in a wee stop, a few extra meters there. So, but yeah, bang on pace at the moment. And John said he thinks he's got a fast final K in him. Just running along the banks of the Thames here. Very, very calm morning. Perfect running conditions now. John's having, John's got his, I'm nearly falling into the river. So John, you're just sipping on your precision.
Yeah, I mean every half hour basically. I stopped stressing about online calculators for carbs and just went every half hour have some.
Just get some down.
Yeah.
Have you tried any other gels, or they just worked?
Just these ones seemed fine, so I thought like,
Don't mess with it.
why look? Oh, I did try caffeine ones, and they taste absolutely foul.
Okay.
I mean, amazingly unpleasant.
Do you have much caffeine in your life anyway?
Yeah, so I had a tea and 2 coffees this morning before the race between 5 and 6:30 a.m.
Okay. Never had a cup of tea or coffee, as some people know.
Is that true? That's insane. Oh, that's amazing.
I'm just this happy, high on life.
So, if you had an espresso before a PB attempt, it could either go very, very well or very, very, very badly.
Probably very badly.
I still-
I've been known to be in a few portaloos during races.
Hi! Yeah, how are you guys?
We're doing okay.
You're looking
Wrestling
great.
with demons.
Oh, you're looking amazing. Very strong.
Right, 16k, John. 10 miles.
It's the furthest I've ever run in a race.
And how's it feeling? How are you feeling?
Like my body is saying, we haven't done this before. It's weird how when you get fatigued, you think you're starting to slow. Whereas actually I'm running just as fast now as we
Our
did
pace
on the
hasn't
first.
changed.
No.
All run.
So
5:34k on the watch.
I should remind myself, you know, you're doing fine. So many reasons for me to say to myself, you're doing badly, whereas actually I'm running faster and further than I've ever run before.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
And just up ahead, about 100 metres away, is the 2-hour pacer. And we have 5 kilometres to catch them. We're in
Eyes on
no
the
hurry.
prize.
But just up there, that's the goal for the day. So yeah, park run to go.
Park run to go, though.
Visualising that.
My local park run is the 7th hardest in the UK. So
So this is an easy park run to go.
yeah, this is a flat one. Oh my god, I haven't wordled today.
Have you not?
Shall I do it during the race?
We don't want to put any extra pressure on this last 5k.
Get the Duolingo in as well. Cheon Petticado. I reckon we're going to catch those paces quite soon. I'm so glad I ate all those chips last night.
But just nattering like that, we're nearly 4k to go.
I tell you what, if you're looking for a way to make your long runs less tiresome, run with someone. I can't tell you how much quicker the time has gone.
And we're two people that don't really like to run with other people. We're very much solo runners.
But it's a psychological practice of like, well, if the time can go quickly when I'm talking to Ben, maybe the time can go quickly in other ways. Talk to myself.
You just don't focus on any of the stuff that's happening in your body
Yeah.
when you're with someone. Right, let's go and catch these 2 hours. Thank you very much. Here goes John. Caught up the 2 hours. Here he goes. Last 3k. Right, that's 18k up, 3k to go. We've got 140 on the watch. So John, what shoes are you wearing today?
New Balance Fresh Foam X More V5.
Oh, all the words in there.
Like running on pillows.
You feeling better than you thought you would do?
I am. And then again, my brain goes, yeah, but you couldn't do 2 of these.
I think everyone that does a half marathon thinks that. Right, John's in the pain cave.
Yeah.
Last less than 2k, came out to a mile to go. He's had to bring out the aftershocks, get some music on. Right, push on the last little bit now. And big 2 hour pacers are nicely behind. They're staying there, they're not catching us up. Right, John, how's that final fast K coming along?
I can do this. Only positive things allowed from now on, out my mouth and in my head. I can do it.
You can almost see the finish line.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
Last K. John is off. Can't even keep up. Sub 5-minute Ks now. 800 meters to go. Last little bit, John.
Ah,
How do you think John Robbins of 10 years ago, how proud do you think you'll be of John Robbins now?
I think he'd be absolutely livid with him. Getting up at 5 without a hangover and wasting his time running around a park. Luckily, I can take him by the hand and say, this is so much better, man. That feeling of just having something left.
So much energy, what a fast finish. The crowds are starting to build now. About 400 metres to go. Let's see if John can finish this off in style. 2.5 minutes, John. We can sort of see the finish. Still a bit to go. Amazing crowds here cheering everybody in. What an amazing morning we've had out here. John has paced this race superbly. Just strong all the way. Here he goes. What a run from Johnny Jr. John Robbins, coming across the line in 1:58. Happy with that? What a morning.
Wow,
Thank you very much.
look at that.
First ever half marathon medal.
Yeah, wowzers. Oh, it's it's so good, man. Thank you so much for running with me. That made it so
Had an
much
amazing
easier,
morning.
so much quicker, so much less depressing.
But the best moment of a run is just after the run.
Well, someone once said about writing, they said writing is hell, not writing is hell. The only acceptable state is just having written exactly
And that's
the
what
same
you
in
feel
running.
now.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Can we just keep walking for a long time?
Yeah.
So I think if I stop, I'll just seize up into a ball.
So John, your longest ever race completed. Pretty big success. You taking that as a big win today?
Huge win, and everything went to plan. And also, I'm quite pleased that I didn't get carried away and go too fast.
Yeah.
So just like
Kept that pacing nice and strong all the
sitting
way.
in that pace, but I don't feel dead.
Your body's held up.
Like I'm walking pretty comfortably. My ankle's a little bit painful, but just so nice to see everyone so happy and so like proud of themselves and their families and their friends and stuff, and people doing something that's good.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's a zero negativity zone.
So tell the viewers about your amazing fundraising campaign you've got going on.
So I'm raising money for Standing Together Against Domestic Abuse. They're a small charity who work with police, A&E, doctors, housing, criminal justice system, social services. They just work all across those background
Yeah.
service providers to make sure that victims of domestic abuse have a way out, that the abusers get brought to justice, that they don't necessarily have to leave their family home. That's one of the worst parts of escaping an abusive relationship, is you are the one
That
who
has
has
to
to
uproot
uproot.
everything.
So you can go to my Just Giving page,
Which we'll
if you
put
just-
up on the screen now.
or you can text Robbins10 to 70255 to give £10. And I just know how much it means to all of the wonderful people who work for that charity and all of the people on whose behalf they work for. So it's hugely humbling, and so I'm so appreciative of every donation. So thank you so much.
And yeah, the London Marathon is just the most amazing fundraising day anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Just tens of thousands of people running, raising money.
Raised £1.4 billion in its history. Isn't that amazing?
Absolutely incredible. Right, myself and Sarah are going to say goodbye to John. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Best of luck to everybody getting ready for the London Marathon. We're going to be at the Expo for 4 days, and then of course we'll bring you a complete tour of the course, going around and seeing how fast we can run there. So for myself and John and Sarah, keep on working hard, keep on done. We'll see you very
Bye-bye.
soon in the next one.